A Singaporean man who admitted to killing his wife in the United Kingdom has been sentenced to life imprisonment. The judge has ruled that Fong Soong Hert must serve 12.5 years behind bars before being considered for parole. Fong is accused of killing Pek Ying Ling. Her body was found in December last year in a hotel room in Newcastle in northeast England. Laura Makin-Isherwood joins us live now from London. Laura, Fong was handed a minimum term of 12.5 years. Why was this so, and what were the mitigating factors considered for this conviction?
Well, it's important to stress immediately that the sentence automatically given to anyone convicted of murder is a life sentence here in the United Kingdom. That will stay with him. However, there are always conditions given as to whether or not that person might be able to apply for release a little earlier on parole, depending on the nature of this death that's associated with Fong Soong Hert, and also any other mitigating circumstances surrounding both the defendant and also those members of the family that will be impacted by his conviction. And the judge, Sloane QC, the recorder of Newcastle, heard these potential mitigating factors in court this morning. He heard a statement, a victim impact statement given by Fong Soong Hert and Pek Ying Ling's son, who said that they still believe that their father, if he had not taken a fall in Scotland in the week previously to this murder of his wife, that actually it would be a very different scenario that the family were facing right now. He said that we are committed to supporting our dad as best we can, and that they believed that their mum would still want the best for their dad. The defence barrister as well told the judge to look at Fong Soong Hert and said that he was a broken, bewildered man trying to come to terms with the impacts of his actions. And Judge Sloane QC considered that. He also looked at the fact that many people have been saying that the couple were happy up until this incident before Pek Ying Ling died, and took that all into consideration. And that, plus the 249 days that Fong Soong Hert has already spent in prison, was then deducted from a minimum 15 years in prison he had to serve. And so the judge came to the conclusion that Fong Soong Hert must spend at least 12.5 years behind bars before he can apply for that parole.
And what's next, Laura? Can Fong appeal the sentencing, and is there any indication at all that he might do so?
Well, yes, he has 28 days to appeal this sentence, but currently we haven't had any indication that that may be his plan. It's been quite a taxing couple of weeks, not just for him, but of course for his family as well. And it does seem as though the family are now committed to supporting him as he continues his sentence in prison. We understand that he will serve that in the United Kingdom. The judge, Paul Sloane QC, saying that he understands the hardship that that will bring upon both the defendant and also on Fong Soong Hert's family as well, considering he is so far from home. And also the fact that there may be some restrictions in place at times for visitors, for his sons to go to the prison to see him because of whatever coronavirus measures might be in place at that time. And so now Fong Soong Hert is now looking ahead at 12.5 years in prison, it's likely, unless, as you say, he does submit an appeal against that sentence within the next 4 weeks.
Laura, thank you for that update. Laura Makin-Isherwood there in London.